Hello to you all, I'm John Day and this is the second video in a trilogy explaining how you can go beyond the basic pattern matching feature provided in the InfoPath application. If you have not seen the first video of the three, check out video QA4 where we've already seen meta symbols not revealed within Microsoft InfoPath. Now although I'm using InfoPath 2010, these tips also apply to older versions of InfoPath. Here we'll explore more of the general meta characters. I want to show you a few more tips and tricks with the match meta character, but I'll also show you the alternating meta character, which allows alternate patterns for a user to choose between. Then we'll look into character classes and how they can provide more specific patterns. Now in the previous video I outlined the main characters that do all the main work in your patterns. However, I have been asked, well, what if I actually wanted to use that character within the pattern itself? For example, I want to use a parenthesis to specify numbers within an area code of a telephone number. Well, this is another feature of the match meta character. By using the backslash followed by a parenthesis or asterisk or any other meta character, the pattern uses it for its normal character value. These are shown within InfoPath's special character drop-down. So here I have a telephone number text box and I'm going to apply a data validation rule for the user to put the brackets in around a 3-digit area code. So I'm going to keep it simple for this demonstration. So I'm going to create a validation rule and call it valid phone, and again I'm going to add a screen tip so that it will display an error if I get it wrong. Something simple. And then back to the condition. So confirm the telephone number field does not match pattern, and now I'm going to select a pattern. Again, I'm going to customize pattern of my own, and I'm going to use the drop down just to get through this quickly, but I need the user to put in a bracket first. So if I put in the match pattern backslash there, bracket, and you can see the example shows it's got to be a bracket, and then I follow that in with a digit, and a digit. Now I could save myself a bit of time with the 3 digits, but I'll show that in the next video. Another backslash bracket, and then I'll get them to put in spaces followed by a digit and so on. So the full code will look like this. Here's one we made earlier. So I'm going to test it out, give that a click. Okay, preview the form, and now see if that works. So any old phone number without the brackets, and it doesn't like it, so I'm encouraging or forcing my users to use brackets so they're consistent, and there you go, it works. Now the next meta character I want to show you is the alternation meta character, and this is represented by the bar or pipe character, as you can see here in red. What it allows the users to do is choose between two particular codes. So here in my example, they can either enter a code of 3 digits or they can enter a code of 3 letters, but not a mixture of letters and numbers. It's either 3 numbers or 3 letters. So I'm going to show this inside my InfoPath form template. So I'm going to use my pattern box text box, and I'm going to modify the condition. Just going to clear the pattern I had used in there previously and start again from scratch. So as the example shows, I'm going to allow any digit or a series of 3 digits. As you can see, there is no drop down showing the alternation meta character, but if I put it in here, I'm going to use the pipe or bar key. Now the pipe or bar key is placed in many places. It's usually above the backslash key, so it's a shift and the backslash will provide you with the pipe or bar. But check your keyboard. And then the alternation or the alternative option is to do 3 letters. So let's give that a go. Preview my form. Into the pattern box I go. 3 numbers and tab away to show it looks fine. 3 letters, and again it looks fine. It accepts either 3 numbers or 3 letters. But if I try alternating with a mixture of letters and numbers, it doesn't like it. So you could use this to sort of choose between different code structures. And finally we come to classes. Classes are enclosed within parameter brackets. So for example, where we've used the \p brace capital L, this was to define the user to allow any letter. But what if I wanted it to be an uppercase or a lowercase letter? Well, using the classes I can specify the letters in capitals or in lowercase. And you can see I've used the hyphen to specify a range, so they can use any character once between A to Z. And I can do the same thing with digits. So an alternative to digits is to place it like that, from 0 to 9. Let's take a look at some more classes. So here I am back in my form template and looking at the condition of my pattern box, text box. And again I'm going to modify this pattern, wipe away the previous example, and I'm going to use the class range to specify only a single uppercase character between A to Z. So I'm going to click on OK and see if that works. I'm going to preview my form, and now if I put in an uppercase letter, like a letter S or letter A, works lovely. If I put in a lowercase letter or anything else for that matter, you can see it's not valid. So as you saw, A to Z in uppercase and in lowercase and even numbers. But I can be even more clever than that. What I can do is specify individual characters. So let's say I want them to pick any vowel from the alphabet. So I can put these in lowercase, for example, A, E, I, O, U. And there we go. So by putting those characters next to each other, I'm allowing a choice of characters to choose from, but again only a single one. So each class represents, in this case, a single character. Let's have a look. Preview my form, and if I put in a vowel, works quite nice. Just to prove that does work, I'll pick up letter O. There we go. But if I put in a consonant of any kind, doesn't like it, or numbers or any other character. So I've been very specific with what letters or what characters I've placed within that class. So my last demonstration here for classes will be a combination of all. So I'm going to modify the pattern one last time here, and this time I'm going to put inside the classes brackets, lowercase a to z, uppercase a to z, and also numbers 0 to 9. And you can see I've put them right next to each other, and again using hyphens to specify the ranges. And that is a lengthier but a clearer visible idea of how I can select alphanumeric characters. So once again, lowercase letters work, uppercase letters work, numbers work, but nothing else is allowed. And that concludes the video for pattern matching part 2. Now don't forget, the first video is still available, that's QA4, and that introduces you to the meta characters and meta symbols. And the last of the trilogy, video QA6, is going to explain how to use quantifiers and also groups. Thank you very much.